Hi guys, this is me Valerie, your real Prague guide, and today we're going to be looking at some of the Prague's hidden gems. So we've been looking at your comments in the comments section and we've discovered that a lot of you guys want us to make a video about hidden gems in Prague. Well, during our research we also found out that some of the hidden gems that are mentioned a lot online are not actually hidden, at least not anymore. So how about in this video we're going to go through them, decide whether they're still hidden gems or maybe they're just mainstream now, and also give some of our recommendations where to go instead. So let's start with Naplavka. Do you see how hidden it is? No people around at all. Naplavka is so hidden that during the lockdown it was always on the news because there were so many people flocking there that the police had to patrol the riverbank and announce on the speakers that it's the curfew and everyone should go home. A hidden gem. Haha. We saw Naplavka on so many lists of off-the-beaten-path spots, and it totally was off the beaten path, maybe like 7 years ago. Naplavka is a perfect example of how long it takes for a lesser-known spot to become the place to go on a Friday night. Rumor has it that the amount of alcohol consumed on a weekend on Naplavka is enough to cause another flood in Prague. By the way, if you're scared of floods, this water level gauge shows you when the level of the water is too dangerous. Right now we're fine. On Saturday between 8 AM and 2 PM there is a farmer's market, quite popular among locals as well. So as you can see, Naplavka might be a hidden gem for tourists, but locals go there all the time. But where else to go to grab a drink during the evening? Manifesto Market is one of the newest additions to this outdoor bar scene. They have 2 locations and about to open a new one. We've been to their Florence market and it was nice, but had quite a posh crowd. But if you don't get intimidated by girls carrying tiny bags and men showing off their chest hair, you will like it. A less refined version of Manifesto Market is Prague Market in Holešovice. This location is also packed with history. It was opened for the first time in 1895 as a slaughterhouse and almost 100 years later was changed into a market. I'm sure the realtors were happy about it, otherwise selling apartments in the houses nearby would be a nightmare. This whole complex went through a major revamping and is now aiming at becoming the hotspot of Prague's 7 district life. And it will be for sure. They have a farmer's market, wine bar, restaurants, theater, opera, club, gallery. They have everything, in other words. They're planning to invest another 2 to 3 billion Czech crowns, and in 15 years Prague Market will be fancy schmancy. So go now while it is still not mainstream. Right next to it is another hidden gem in Prague called Cross Club. Cross Club has one-of-a-kind futuristic industrial decor done by the set designer František Chmelik. Not gonna lie, it is a pretty cool place and I would keep it on the list of hidden gems for sure. Well, gem is a wrong word actually. How about a hidden pebble? Or a hidden cobblestone? Why can't I call it a hidden gem? Well, you don't pee on hidden gems, do you? And peeing on the walls of Cross Club is a habit of many customers there. Do not expect it to be upscale venue, that's all I'm saying. You will have fun there for sure, if you know what I mean. Let's be real, there are no alternative to Cross Club, of course. It is a pretty unique place. The only place that comes to mind is Sudu and Vzorkovna. They're not clubs though, they're fun underground bars with live music, and I think some of you guys will enjoy it there. I bet now you're a hangover after a club and you just want to go to a park, take a chill, maybe grab a beer, enjoy some views. Well, most of the hidden gem lists would recommend you to go to Petrin or Letna Park. They're not hidden though, you can see them from anywhere in the city center. We mentioned Petrin many times in our videos. It's where you find the Eiffel Tower of Prague and where Czech couples go to make out on the 1st of May. You know the place. Letna is a bit more off the tourist track, but still, a lot of people go there during the day and on the weekend. Another place that we can recommend though is Stromovka. Stromovka is the biggest park in Prague and it was established as hunting grounds already in the Middle Ages. There's only one part of Stromovka that is not accessible, and that is a part where the Russian embassy is located, so please do not climb fences there. If you want a quieter place, we recommend going to Grebovka Park in Prague too. Great place for wine lovers. They have a wine festival every September. You can try famous Czech fermented wine called burčak there. Burčak is what I look forward to every year. I drink it every day for the time it is sold, so if you meet me on a random September afternoon, I will be drunk, most likely. So I apologize in advance. Alright, enough of resting in the park, it's time to look at Czech contemporary art. We will start with the most famous Czech contemporary sculptor, David Cerny. You will know him from these statues. Pretty much every weird-looking, provocative or large-scale statue in Prague is David Cerny's creation. Some people really like his statues, others think that they're too much, but the fact remains that David Cerny is a well-known sculptor in the Czech Republic. So are his statues hidden gems? Not for Czechs and not for locals. So who can match Cerny's talent? Well, the answer is Jaroslav Rona. You know him from this statue. Question for you guys, what does this remind you of? Leave it in the comments. You never know what you're gonna stumble upon when you are recording in Prague. We also suggest Kampa Museum and the Mosaic House. They have some funky statues as well. What about paintings and other contemporary art exhibitions? Well, most articles suggest you should go to docks. I have a confession to make. I've never actually been to docks. Do you think I should go? I guess I should go. Docks can definitely count as a hidden gem. When you visit, you do not see crowds of people, and not all people who live in Prague have been to the docks. Docks was great! There's another space with the same vibe, and that is the Meetfactory. Meetfactory is this giant, factory where you meet strange people and see strange things. My favorite though is Nova Galerie, which is a small art center with paintings from top-notch Czech contemporary artists. I've asked a lot of people around and most of them never heard about it, which is a shame, because actually before I visited it, I used to be quite biased about contemporary art, but I absolutely loved it, and I think you will as well. Phew, that was a lot of art. Now we shall rest. Let's stare at some water, maybe feed some swans. I think the Hidden Gems articles might know just the place. Or they do not, because these articles might be a bit outdated. The swan spot in Strana is not attractive for big majestic birds anymore, only pigeons and nutrias. Oh yeah, these pirates of the rodent world have invaded Strelecky Island as well, and many people come here to feed them. I would not recommend, since they do get quite aggressive when you don't share your food. Now guys, we are approaching the 4 horsemen of the Hidden Gems apocalypse. Are you ready? They are John Lennon Wall, Vysehrad, Zizkov TV Tower, and Municipal Library artwork. But let's start in the correct order. John Lennon Wall. I'm genuinely surprised that it even made it to any Hidden Gems list. I understand, for people who do not live here, this place might be off the beaten path. But so is everything else in theory. John Lennon Wall was one of the key sites of the fight against communist regime. It is truly an iconic place that inspires freedom of speech and expression nowadays. It is a must visit. The rules might be different to what they used to be a couple years ago, but you still can write on walls. They just made it a bit stricter with graffitis. If you like graffiti and street art, check out Tesnov next to Florence metro station. Just do me a favor and don't go there at night. It is one of the most dangerous places in Prague, according to the city police website. By the way, all of these little trailers that you saw, this is all the production of this video, guys. This is how much hair, makeup, foods and costumes we need for just this one video. Next one is Vysehrad. Should I even say anything else? You are probably so tired of me talking about it. Vysehrad is beautiful, blah blah blah, go visit the basilica, blah blah blah, the views are gorgeous. Well, tell us something else, Valerie. I can and I will. Trojsky Zamek. That's right, it might not be on top of the hill, but it is great. You can combine it with a visit to the zoo. Next up is Zizkov Tower. Let's see, that hidden tower that you cannot see from anywhere else in the city. It is impossible to imagine Prague city line without TV tower. It is 216 meters tall and is decorated with Cerny statues of babies. Have you guys seen this TV tower? I'm looking for a TV tower, I cannot find where it is. Many people say that the style of the TV tower is called ugly in big letters. It was named the second ugliest building in the world at some point. But if you like this kind of stuff, you might enjoy Kotva. It is a shopping mall that has a great view over Prague city center. So if you want to go for a drink to a rooftop bar, that's the place. Finally, our last hidden gem is located in the municipal library. It's a beautiful artwork called Idiom that is comprised of 8,000 books. I think this is one of the only hidden gems on that original list because it's truly hidden, it's inside of the building. We also don't think that anything can top off that hidden gem, but we can suggest one thing which is just around the corner from there. Around the corner from Municipal Library is Clementinum, where you can go on a tour to see the beautiful mirror chapel, library, the tower where they've been measuring weather continuously since 18th century. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked our today's video about hidden gems and you found out some new cool spots that you can now visit. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next week, probably on Thursday. Bye! I just remembered that once my friend forgot to return a book he borrowed from Municipal Library, and he came back, I think, after a year, and they charged him 1,000 crowns. So if you borrow the book from there, please remember to return them, otherwise you will be bankrupt.